what it's like to play with Kate.
Well, they're going to play teams that aren't in the top 3 in the league. That's all they've played so far with Connecticut and New York. And the other thing is, in all honesty, a year ago...
Caitlin Clark is shooting from distances that shouldn't even be allowed on a basketball court, while Lexi Hull is emerging as the Indiana Fever's not-so-secret fourth-quarter weapon. One insider put it plainly, "I think Caitlin Clark may have even increased her range. She is shooting the deep ones like they are nothing." In their final preseason game, the Fever completed a perfect 3-0 sweep, but it wasn't without its share of drama, including a worrying injury to a key player and some surprising comments from their Atlanta Dream opponents. From stunning performances to unexpected outcomes, here's the full story behind Indiana's perfect preseason finale in Atlanta. Just hours before tip-off against the Atlanta Dream, Fever fans were glued to their phones, anxiously refreshing social media feeds for updates. Caitlin Clark had collided with a practice player during the team's final workout, re-aggravating a previously strained leg. It was a terrifying moment. The Fever's medical staff rushed to evaluate their star rookie, while the fan base held its collective breath. Would Clark miss the final preseason game? Would the injury affect her availability for the regular season opener? Speculation exploded across social media. The questions multiplied. Was this just precautionary? Could this be serious? Fever head coach Christy Sides confirmed Clark had been limited in practice leading up to the game. "Yeah, I think taking my time. I feel really good, honestly," Clark said. "Our medical team has been really helpful, and I'm excited to get out there and play." Then came the news everyone had hoped for. Clark was cleared to play, and not just play, she would start. What had been a major concern suddenly became a footnote. "You know, there's no reason to overdo anything right now. It's still early in the season," Clark added. "It was nothing major, just too much basketball, maybe. I love being in the gym, but I'm learning to balance that with recovery." From the opening minutes, it was obvious that Clark wasn't holding anything back. She launched deep three-pointers that made defenders look helpless. Sports Illustrated's Robin Lundberg wrote on X, "I think Caitlin Clark may have even increased her range. She is shooting the deep ones like they are nothing." One particular shot from near the logo left fans in awe. It was reminiscent of her iconic game winner from her Iowa days. Atlanta's defenders could only watch as the ball dropped cleanly through the net. This wasn't just a rookie testing the waters. This was Caitlin Clark making her professional arrival known. By the end of the game, Clark had overcome the pregame injury scare to post an impressive stat line: 13 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in just 23 minutes. Her shot selection, court vision, and overall command of the game provided a clear glimpse into what the Fever and the WNBA can expect this season. The game was closely contested heading into the fourth quarter. That's when Lexi Hull took over. While Clark had the spotlight for most of the game, Hull reminded everyone that Indiana is far from a one-woman show. Lexi Hull, who started the final stretch of last season, had already proven herself a reliable two-way player. But this year, after the arrival of new all-star free agents, Hull graciously accepted a role coming off the bench. Her focus, staying ready and contributing in any way she could. And in Atlanta, she did just that. Hull entered the fourth quarter with a renewed sense of purpose. Her movements were sharp, her confidence palpable. She attacked the basket, hit mid-range jumpers, and drained contested shots like a seasoned veteran. One of the game's most memorable plays was her split between two defenders, finishing with a silky layup. Her defense was equally impactful. She disrupted Atlanta's offense, forced turnovers, and created fast break opportunities. Hull's court awareness helped facilitate easy buckets for her teammates. She scored 11 of her 14 points in the fourth quarter, ultimately sealing the Fever's win. After the game, Fever coach Christy Sides praised Hull's growth and confidence. "When you accept your role like Lexi does, you can't let it limit you," Sides said. "Your role can change throughout the season, and she's embraced that beautifully. Her creativity is expanding, and she's earned the trust of her teammates and coaches." Hull credited Indiana's hyper-competitive practice environment for her breakthrough performance. "Confidence comes from getting the reps, the game-like reps, over and over again in practice," she said. Her recent championship run in the unrivaled 3-on-3 league also sharpened her one-on-one skills. "I think more than anything, we're a deep team," Hull continued. "Everyone's bought into trusting the process. It might not start off pretty, but we're putting in the work and trusting each other." Clark wasn't the only Fever player making waves. Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston each played significant roles throughout the game. But it was Hull's breakout performance in crunch time that truly made the difference. The Dream, to their credit, didn't back down. Every time the Fever pulled away, Atlanta clawed back. The tension in the arena rose with each possession. It wasn't until Hull's late-game heroics that the Fever were able to close the door. And then came a moment that revealed another side of Caitlin Clark. Midway through the second quarter, after a bounce pass was intercepted and led to an Atlanta fast break score, Clark voiced her frustration. She thought she was fouled. She slammed the ball against the basket stanchion, drawing a technical foul. It was her first of the preseason. It also showed just how passionate and competitive Clark is. But instead of letting the moment spiral, veteran teammate Sophie Cunningham immediately stepped in. She calmed Clark down, defused the situation, and reminded everyone what leadership looks like. Clark quickly refocused. Moments later, she assisted on a fast break layup and drained another deep three. It was a learning moment for the rookie, and a clear sign that she's surrounded by a team that has her back. The Fever's 81-76 win over Atlanta capped a preseason filled with promise. They went 3-0, built chemistry, and identified emerging contributors. Most importantly, they walked away healthy and energized for the regular season. Clark's incredible range and leadership are already proving invaluable. Hull's fourth-quarter explosion revealed new depth. Indiana now appears not just competitive, but potentially dangerous in the upcoming WNBA season. Coach Side summed it up perfectly. "Lexie's done a really good job of putting herself in a position to succeed. You can trust her on the floor. You trust her to make the right play and the right read. That kind of trust, forged in practice and proven in high-pressure situations, is the foundation of championship teams." With this kind of chemistry, skill, and resolve, the Indiana Fever aren't just hoping for success. They're expecting it. And if the preseason was any indication, they've got every reason to believe it's coming. So, Fever fans, keep your eyes on the court and your hearts in the game. This season is already shaping up to be unforgettable. And if you've got the Fever, don't be shy. Say it loud in the comments below. Because Caitlin Clark is draining logo threes, Lexi Hull is closing out games like a seasoned pro, and the Indiana Fever are heating up fast. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates.